Who the fuck's riding with you that got the balls to pull a strap on me?
Trump has shown how incredibly disloyal to this country he really is. While former presidents have traditionally kept quiet about their foreign policy moves of their opposing party successors, valuing national unity above of their personal ambitions, Donald Trump praised Vladimir Putin, calling him, quote, a genius, unquote, after the Russian president took moves to invade the eastern portion of Ukraine's sovereign territory. Appearing on the podcast of right-wing propagandist Buck Sexton, Trump expressed nothing but admiration for the violations of international law that the former KGB agent was inflicting on its Slavic neighbor. He left little doubt where his sympathies were leaning when he described his reactions to the measures involving Ukraine that the Russian autocrat announced today.
We know Russia has said that they are recognizing two breakaway regions of Ukraine, and now this White House is stating that this is an invasion. That's a strong word. What went wrong here? What has the current occupant of the Oval Office done that he could have done differently?
Well, what went wrong was a rigged election, and what went wrong is a candidate that shouldn't be there and a man that has no concept of what he's doing. I went in yesterday and there was a television screen, and I said, this is genius. Putin declares a big portion of the Ukraine. Putin declares it as independent. Oh, that's wonderful. So Putin is now saying it's independent, a large section of Ukraine. I said, how smart is that? And he's going to go in and be a peacekeeper. That's the strongest peace force. We could use that on our southern border. That's the strongest peace force I've ever seen. There were more army tanks than I've ever seen. They're going to keep peace all right. No, but think of it. Here's a guy who's very savvy. I know him very well, very, very well. By the way, this never would have happened with us. Had I been in office, not even thinkable. This would never have happened. But here's a guy that says, I'm going to declare a big portion of Ukraine independent. He used the word independent. And we're going to go out and we're going to go in and we're going to help keep peace. You got to say that's pretty savvy. And you know what the response was from Biden? There was no response. They didn't have one for that. Now it's very sad.
Of course, Trump was insistent that the things he would have worked out differently if he were still in charge. Exactly the sort of diverse conversation that the previous post-presidential protocol was designed to avoid. One could detect a considerable amount of jealousy in Trump's words as he considered Putin's ability to take ulterior action on the global stage. The twice-impeached former president's reference to the United States southern border indicates that he may have wished for such unquestioned power when he declared that Mexico would pay for an ineffective physical wall on that boundary. Trump's explicit endorsement of Putin's propaganda that their forces are entering eastern Ukraine in violation of the Minsk Agreement was seen as treasonous by many observers on social media. But it only gets worse from here. Trump released this statement on his website. If properly handled, there is absolutely no reason that the situation currently happening in the Ukraine should have happened at all. I know Vladimir Putin very well, and he will never done and during the Trump administration, what he's doing now, no way. Russia has become very, very rich during the Biden administration, with oil prices doubling and soon to be tripling and quadrupling. The weak sanctions are insignificant relative to taking over a country and a massive piece of strategically located land. Now it's begun. Oil prices are going higher and higher, and Putin is not only getting what he has always wanted, but getting, because of the oil and gas surge, richer and richer. The U.S. was energy independent under the Trump administration, an independence that we have never obtained before, and oil prices have remained low. Now, what a mess our country is in. Seriously, Trump? Seriously? You're right. You are wrong about one thing. This might not have happened under your administration because, quite honestly, you two were the best of friends. You showed that. But as for Russia being rich, I don't know about that. And as for oil prices tripling and quadrupling, I don't think that's going to happen. Honestly, things can't get any much worse than it is now. And as for the sanctions, well, at least Biden is doing something. You didn't do anything when it was confirmed by your own intelligence people that Russia attacked us, cyber attacked us. You did nothing. In fact, actually, no, you did something. You took the word of Vladimir Putin over your own people. So, and as for taking over a massive piece of strategically located land, you do realize that there are treaties that Putin is violating, right? You do realize that. Obviously, no, you don't realize that because you're an idiot, so. Well, anyhow, Trump, I think you have much more bigger things to worry about than what the President of the United States is doing right now. Because if I remember correctly, and I do, the Supreme Court just said no to your latest gambit of you keeping your records sealed. So you're screwed. And plus, you're about to be forced to testify about your business. So you're screwed there. And doubly screwed since your daughter and your doofus son have to testify too. So you're screwed again. So I would worry about you going to jail rather than the rest of the country, because when you were in as white president, you didn't care about the rest of the country at all. Fact is facts. You're going down, Trump. Leave the politics to the adults, because you ain't it, son. CTP, know the truth. God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right.